During COVID-19, it has become clear that the usability, which has a massive impact on the user experience, is a key factor for the success of your business. And today, I'm gonna go over 5+1 UX hacks how you can immediately make your solutions better than before. Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm UXD Chris and today we will go over 5+1 UX hacks within 2 minutes. So let's throw 2 minutes on the clock and let's go. UX hack number 1. Make your user experience emotional. You can do this very easily. Give the user something they can relate to. Show them videos which make your solutions more alive. Use animations, just something that moves or transitions or anything like that to give your solution a bit more life. And what you can also do is implement characters. Because when users have something or someone they can relate to and they can build a connection with. UX hack number 2 is divide your content into clear sections. On a website, for example, let's take this sample website right here. If your content is not structured and has no clear sections, then it's harder for users to perceive all the information. The moment you establish sections like we're doing right here, it's way easier for them to find what they are searching for and to combine the different sections that relate to each other. And therefore, the user experience of your website will automatically increase. And everyone has a website. Whether you offer a product, software or service, you will have an online presentation in the form of a website. So do something about your website and give it some clear structure and divide the different content sections. Moving on to the third UX hack that you can do to make your website outstanding from the competition. And that one is also a really easy UX hack because you simply should remove everything that is unnecessary. If you have a favorite feature within your product, software or service, this, I'm sorry to say, does not matter when we talk about UX design, because personal preference as a UX designer or as an CEO of a business should not matter within the design of your solution. Because what matters the most and what only matters is what your users, customers and clients need. And if they don't use a feature, a button or anything else, you should get rid of it. I'm sorry to say, but that's the only option that you can and should choose. So why should you remove unnecessary elements? Well, it removes the complexity of your systems. If you have 5 different buttons, and 2 of them are unnecessary and you're only left with 3 buttons, it's very likely that the users are way faster with their interaction. So the usability of your solution is way easier than before. And therefore, I would definitely suggest that you need to remove all unnecessary elements, because when your usability is better, your user experience will also automatically increase. These 2 minutes are simply too short, but anyways, let's continue with the 4th UX hack you can do to make your solution during COVID-19 instantly better. And the 4th UX hack I want to give you is that you should know the difference between the UI and the UX. I have spoken about this in the past before. The difference between user experience and user interface is essential, whether you are a UX designer, a UI designer, or simply in some way related to this topic. So the user interface is everything that gives output to the user or receives input from him or her. And therefore the user interface is a part of the user experience, because the way information is presented as an output or the way I can give input to the system makes me feel either good if it's well made, or it makes me feel bad if it's not well made. And therefore the user interface impacts the user experience a user has. And therefore you should create a proper user interface while keeping other aspects of the UX in mind, like trust and mental modalities. And the fifth UX hack I want to give you today to make your solution instantly stand out during COVID-19 is that you should do an A/B testing. So if you have a product or a service that you want to A/B test, then I would suggest that you have, if you're still in the prototyping phase, that you create a video prototype that you can show remotely to your potential users, and they can give you feedback on the different options, on option A and option B that you have created. The A/B testing that I'm going to present to you now works for products and services that are published and for the ones that are not published yet, because you can simply create two options for your product or service website presentation. If users get the version A from your A/B testing for a website, then you can compare the results, how many potential customers would purchase your product or service from that website, to the results from website number or website version B. And based on the results you get from the A/B testing from your website about a product or a service, you can decide which way you should go and which features you should promote to make your potential customers become real customers. And now, of course, you also want to get an introduction to the A/B testing for software. Of course, you can use the one I have presented to you before, because an A/B testing of a website for a software that you are selling also works perfectly. But what if you have a software where you want to establish new features and you have two ideas? How can you evaluate those two ideas remotely during COVID-19? Well, that also works with A/B testing, because you can publish an update and give 50% of your real users your first version, the version A, and the other 50% of your users will get the version B. And then you can analyze the user's behavior, how many percent of version A were satisfied and regularly used the new feature, and how many users of version B regularly used the new feature. And based on that comparison, you can find out which way works better for your software. And the +1 UX hack that I want to give to you today, how you can make your user experience of your product, software, service instantly better during COVID-19, is be sympathetic and let your users, customers and clients feel it. And with that, I would like to end today's video. If you enjoyed that video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn the notifications bell on, smash the like button, and I will see you in the next video on next Tuesday.